Okay, hey guys, it's Kayla. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, so lately I've been obsessed with these stalker videos of different YouTubers who were stalked, and majority of them are 17-year-old girls. I mean, is that where it starts? Or honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. But I have a story. It's a very short story. It was about when I took my friend home from school one day. I was followed to my friend's house from school, and so I'm just gonna start telling you this. Okay, so my friend one day, I'm at school, I'm about to leave school, and he texts me because I usually stay after school in the art room because I want to be an art major when I'm older, and I and it's I think it's the week after spring break, and there has been a lot going on. I'm going to talk about that in this video too. And at this time, there has been a lot going on lately. So it was on a Monday, and I remember this so clearly. Okay, so he texts me, "Hey, can you take me home from school? I don't have a ride." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And during spring break, I had just got my license, got my driver's license, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I'm a really safe driver. You wouldn't believe it. I'm a very, very safe driver. I take precautions. I am always alert as best as I can, whether if I'm on meds or not, because I have ADHD. And, so, I So I told my friend, yeah, I can take you to your house, because he doesn't live that far from the school, and he lives on the way to my house. Um, and we we meet up in the front of the school, and we go to my car. And so we get in my car, and he's a social butterfly, and I'm more preserved because I've been somewhat secluded or almost isolated my whole life. I was never allowed to hang out with the older kids when I was little or anything like that. I was never really allowed to play video games because I'm a girl. It was just, that's a whole nother video, I promise. I'll tell you later. And so we get in my car, and he sees a couple of his friends. So he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And then this one guy, we're getting in the line to wait to get, because okay, so there's the main parking lot in front of the school, and then there's this little section that's off in the back of the parking lot, and there's this little ramp you go up, and it's another parking lot, and I always park in the back far parking lot from the school, because it's not as much trouble to get out of the school at the end of the day. So we get in my car, and this one guy calls him a faggot. He gets out of my car and starts yelling at them. And I was just sitting here Chris, get in my car. Get in the car. Because he really doesn't like the word faggot. So, okay, so we're in my car, and we're at the end of the ramp to merge into the regular traffic to go out of the parking lot to go this way to go to his house, which is the same way I take to go to my house. And I had just started driving, and I didn't know there was a certain order to get out of this parking lot in the school. So one car is supposed to pass, and then another's supposed to go, and then another car is supposed to pass, and then you can go. And I didn't do that, so the car in front of me went, and I followed that car. I didn't let the next person who was supposed to go. So I got in front of this car, who was supposed to go before me, but I didn't let them because I didn't know the order. So I get in front of this car, and we're sitting in traffic because there's even more cars coming down the main street. So we can merge into that lane, and it's really hectic to get out of my school. I hate it. And so this lady, it was a woman. I had no idea how old she was. I knew there was a kid. There was a another child in the car with her. I know that child is younger than me. I am 17 years old. I know, like, because this chick was like a sophomore or something. And so I'm in front of this chick. And I look in my rearview mirror, because that's a force of habit that I do. I always look in my rearview mirror. This bitch is taking a picture of my license plate. And I was like, Chris, this chick is, like, my friend Chris, I'm like, dude, this chick is taking a picture of my license plate. He's like, what the fuck? And so we just kind of, like, blew it off, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I did, but okay. Because, like, I'm just a really chill person, and I was like, okay, this is happening. And so, so we're going to his house, and this car, I guess, lived in the same neighborhood, like, or like almost this big area near my school, because we have like certain areas, and I guess they live in one of those areas near his house. I mean, I just guessed that. And then, like, all of a sudden, I am driving, and I look in my rearview mirror, and this car, the same car the lady who took a picture of my license plate in that car, she was going the same exact way as I was. I was like, I think we're being followed, Chris. He's like, what? Brake check them. I'm like, no, I'm too nice. No, I can't do that. Maybe she's actually going, like, home. Maybe she actually lives this way. And, like, I look, and this bitch is on my ass. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And she is on my ass, and she's doing the turn signal exactly when I do. Like, I'll turn my turn signal, and I will look in my rearview mirror, and, like, 2 seconds later, hers is on the same way. I was like, what the fuck? And so we get to my friend's house, and I didn't think nothing of this. I should have gone to the fucking police station, but I didn't know she was following me, because this is my first bad experience as a driver. And I am being followed, and we get to my friend's house, and I park in his driveway, and he said, okay, if they ask, you live here. I'm like, okay, thanks, Chris, I love you. And, so this bitch, she gets out of her car. Like, she doesn't get out of her car. So I park the car, and both my windows are down, because I don't have AC in my car, so my windows are down. And this bitch, she doesn't get out of the car, but I can hear by her voice that she was not a teenager. This bitch was like 30 or 40 years old, and she's following a 16-year-old girl who's a brand new driver. I'm like, I don't need this kind of stress. And I was like, okay, so this is happening. And I sit there just staring ahead, and I stare down, like, I either stare ahead or I stare down at my steering wheel. And my friend Chris is cussing this bitch out, and this one chick, like, I look back to look at them now, and I see this young girl in the car who's laughing her ass off because this chick's window is down. And this 40-year-old bitch is, like, screaming at me. She's like, don't ever fucking cut me off again. If you cut me off again, watch what's gonna fucking happen. And, like, me, I'm not scared of, like, I can get scared, but of this bitch, I wasn't scared, because she's 40, I am 16 years old. If you put your hands on me, I can easily get you arrested, because I am a minor. It was so funny, though, because this bitch was freaking out over nothing. Like, okay, people are gonna cut you off. People are gonna be assholes. Remember, like, newsflash, bitch. I'm a brand new driver. I don't know the process in order to get out of the school. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't even fucking apologize to her. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't get out of my car. I stayed in my car. And she drove the fuck off after cussing me out over some stupid shit. And I remember on the last day of school, I saw this bitch's license plate. I'm like, I still remember it by heart, too. I'm not gonna say it, though. Okay, but this whole week, it was a short week. Like, we had only a 4-day week, like, the week after spring break. So this was my Monday. Tuesday, we get light of these threats that are happening. Now, this is a nationwide thing, that it became a nationwide thing. And it happened this whole week, and I'm like, okay, this is a short week, it's gonna be chill as fuck. It's not chill as fuck, because we get these bathroom threats on the girls' bathroom at my school, and it said, oh, shooting's gonna be, I think on a Wednesday, it said shooting's gonna be this day, or whatever, and this is gonna happen, I'm gonna shoot up the fucking school. And I'm over here like, okay. So the police are investigating this, and then, oh my god, what else happened? That was a shooting threat. So, and then we had a bomb threat happen. Someone was gonna bring like a bomb to school or something, and then we get a text threat about the shooting, like on the day of the shooting, and so the whole school was in lockdown for like 2 or 3 fucking periods. And I was like, oh shit. But the best thing about it was I missed math class, and I was so happy. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And so I'm getting sidetracked now. And so, like, this bitch in my chemistry class, so I'm locked down in my chemistry class. This chick is pacing back and forth, and this bitch, she has a bitch face, and I don't enjoy her, and the way she talks is just like, oh my god, Mr. blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna reveal his name. She wears socks, these fuzzy socks with sandals, and I just want to punch her in the face. And, so this is happening. And me and my friend, we're just sitting there all chill as fuck, and we're just like, okay, it's a lockdown, nothing's gonna fucking happen. My teacher brings out a bottle of acid, and half the teachers in the school are barricading the doors. Actually, one of the teachers in my school broke a fucking window. It was so funny! Oh my god, like, my friend texted me. No, actually, no one was texting me. People don't text me. They didn't care. I'm so sad. And they're, like, people are like, oh, this one teacher broke a fucking window. I'm like, why are we getting so serious about that? And it is so funny. And then I'm watching the news, and I felt so special because the news. Okay, I get to school. I'm like the first student to ever get to the school in the morning because I wake up very early, and so I'm driving to school and I see a newscast out in the front of the school, and I pass by them. And so when I went to go look at the footage during the lockdown, I saw my car whizzing past them, and I parked in the parking lot that I always park in. But I felt so special. But yeah, the week was so hectic, and at one point, because of the bomb threat, they were gonna cancel school, and so like I was like, oh okay, I'm just gonna go back home with my friend and stuff, and a bunch of them went to junior high down the street. And I was like, oh, okay, this is happening. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but long story short, I had a long week. People, like, the kids in my school are having such a long week. I had a longer week. I had a more hectic week because I was followed. We had the bomb threat. We had the shooting threat. We had the text threat. And I was like, people need to chill the fuck out. Like, it's not this serious. The police have it under control. And then our opposing school, like, where I live, we have 2 high schools. That's 4, Kayla. We have 2 high schools. And, the other high school made a bomb threat because they wanted attention. Because they don't like us. I apologize. But, yeah, so long story short, all this shit was happening. I was followed, and just, where I live, it's weird. I hate where I live. Like, it was good at first, and then as the years passed, it got a lot worse, because I live in a suburban area, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, everything was fun and dandy when I was younger, and then I get into junior high, and everything goes to shit. Like, iPhones come out, and we have these stupid crop tops that I can't fucking wear, because I have a belly, and just all this other shit happens, and it's just so ridiculous, and I hate it so much. But luckily, I only have 1 more year of high school. I am 17. I have a driver's license. I can go places. I actually got a lot more friends now because I can actually go and hang out with my friends. I don't have to depend on my parents to drive me to these places because I have a driver's license. And it's so much fun! Okay, but thank you guys for listening. You guys probably won't like... I want you guys to like this video and subscribe to me and stuff, but like I'm also not that special, so I don't really expect anything from you guys. But if you like, I will try to post more stories and stuff because I love telling stories. Like, I love it so much. But I will try to post more stories, and I hope you guys enjoy them. Like, cause like I don't have a lot, but I try. But yeah, so like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!